it was in my study of Sedevacantism, especially Sedeprivationism, which was something I was more inclined toward, that the materialiter formaliter thesis, that the Holy See, that the people who occupy the See of Peter and the bishoprics, they occupy the material office, but they don't actually have the formal authority. And to me, that seemed like a clever philosophical way of being able to still have your cake and eat it too. I mean, I didn't think about it in those terms, but, be able to have a visible structure and say, well, here's the visible Catholic Church, but then at the same time say they don't actually have any real authority because they're a bunch of heretics. But then I realized as time went on was that there was a fundamental philosophical flaw in this, which was that while there was you might be able to have the potency or the potential of having the See filled in practical, in the active practice of the power of the See of Peter, of the power of the apostolic authority. It's not there. And this is why they constantly are splitting. They constantly have divisions and theological fights among themselves, because there is no one who has the final say. And so what I realized, especially as I was beginning to think, well, how are we actually going to get out of this mess? I began to realize that Sedevacantism is fundamentally flawed, because even if they were able to all come together, all the various Sedevacantists and traditionalist clergy, and elect a pope, if as soon as one bishop or one group or one priest decided that they had fallen into heresy, they just have to say they're a heretic, and then we don't have to listen to them. It's like the great schism all over again. You would not be able to have a functional papacy if anybody is able to just recognize on their own authority that, well, I think they're in heresy and therefore they've lost their office, so I'm going to go start my own thing. There's got to be some kind of protection that Christ left in place in order to prevent this kind of anarchy.